Now in this video, I'll be showing you what happens to a lead after it has been added onto Podio and all the different fields and apps that we can use to manage our leads. Now, first and foremost, as we discussed earlier, this is the search bar. So I'm just going to quickly search up a lead that I will show you. So here it is, and then it will open up. I'll just click on it and it will open instantly. Now, this is the lead that has been opened up. Now, as we've discussed before, the title is basically the property address. And then once we put the location in, Google Maps will show us the exact location where the house is located. Then obviously the first name, the last name, the full name, the phone number. They could have multiple phone numbers. You can add them here. If they have an email address, that is also applicable here. Now we're going to look at the different fields and the different apps that are used over here that we use to manage our leads. Now, one thing to keep in notice of is some of the fields over here are manual and some are automatic. The ones that are manual are the ones that whoever is working on the lead, preferably the lead manager, they will update the fields as they go. They will make sure that they are keeping track themselves, and the ones that are automatic, Podio will do those for you. Alrighty, so the first field that we can see is the best time to contact. Now this is a manual field because our lead manager, whenever they contact said lead, they will know after talking to the person, talking to the prospect, what time is the best time that we can reach them. So after your conversation with them, you will decide whether it is morning, afternoon, evening, or any time. So you will just select this. And then moving down, we're going to see the lead manager. As we discussed earlier, lead managers, Podio assigns themselves. So in your team members list, you will find different people, and Podio using the round robin mechanism, Podio will assign lead managers, and you can remove managers from here if you want to assign the task to someone else from your team. Now, next is the tracking numbers. Tracking numbers are basically the phone numbers that you have used to contact this prospect. These are very important to keep track of because oftentimes there's several different numbers that we are using to call future prospects. But sometimes you'll talk to them with one number and then you'll contact them with the other, so that will be very confusing. So this Podio helps us keep track of all the numbers that we've used to contact them. And next, moving forward, it's the communication history. Now this is also a automatic field where basically Podio will update whatever communication you've had, any conversations that you've had with this prospect. Podio will update it for you. Like for example, it says incoming call, and then it was outgoing SMS, and then incoming SMS. This was from the prospect. They told us to stop. And so this was the communication history. So any conversation that you have, calls, SMS, anything incoming, anything outgoing, will all be updated by Podio itself. Next is the communication status. Communication status is again an automatic. So Podio basically saw that over here, the last conversation we had with this person was a message that they sent us, which basically they said stop, right? Which means that they're not interested or it's the wrong number. We don't know yet. But Podio, the application, they automatically put needs reply because we haven't reached out to this person after they told us to stop. So again, this is a automatic one. Then navigation menu, if you can see, this whole lead, as we've seen, is basically it contains different fields, it contains different applications. So basically, like if I click on follow up, it will take me down over here to the follow up section. And if I click on property details, it will take me down to the property details. So basically it just makes it a lot easier. All of this information is already formatted in the lead, but over here with the navigation menu, I can find it easy. I can find stuff easier. The lead manager can find it easily instead of having to waste time going through details that they are not necessarily in need of right now. All right, now status is again automatic field where Podio will update it yourself if it's a new lead, if it's a free lead, if it's a Spanish new lead, working lead, appointment set. So all of these under contract, deal close, possible listing. Now Podio will make sure that once the lead is added, they will figure out which category, which status that it falls under. And with status that it falls under. So again, this particular lead that we're looking at is a rejected contract, so Podio has automatically done that for us. Now over here, if it's a Spanish lead, you'll click yes. If it's fallout, if it's been the lead has been finalized, then you will click yes. These Spanish lead, fallout, motivation, and deal type. These are manual. This is depending on the lead manager. After their conversation with the prospect, they will click one of these. So yes, fallout, yes, motivation, hot, warm, or cold, deal type, deal 50/50, or a listing. Now we'll look at the follow-up section, right? This is specifically for the follow-up manager. So follow-up reminder, obviously we can set dates of depending on how your conversation went. Then you can, this could be just like, the days, like 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, 2 weeks. Or if you want to set a specific date, you can also set that. Follow-up notes, this is all depending on the follow-up manager about their conversation with the person. Choose follow-up sequence. You can also click over here and it will also open a series of sequences that you can choose from. And follow-up sequence. All right, now we've looked at some of the fields in this lead, and now in our next video I will be showing you about all the other fields that are available when you are trying to manage your lead.